Sunram. Sunram finds it. OC left pocket three on the way. Tickles it Twine.
Now it's Matty Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
Up to the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab, and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday afternoon inside the Minot State Dome. This is our pregame show today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, as it's day 2 of the 2025 North Dakota Division A State Girls Basketball Tournament here with our coverage on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller. Welcome to our pregame show again, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. Go to irieinsurance.com to get a free quote started today. Taking a look at the matchups here this afternoon and into the evening. We'll have our first contest featuring Turtle Mountain and Carrington. The winner will make their way to the Consolation Championship at 11:45 tomorrow morning. The loser will play for 7th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then Dickinson Trinity Rugby will take center stage at 2:45 in the second Consolation semifinal. The semis start at 6:30, feature South Prairie Max and Valley City. Then at 8:15 it's Devils Lake and the Thompson Tommies. We'll have coverage of Carrington and Thompson throughout the State A basketball tournament. And then take a look at the B side later today on yourliveevent.com. Lemoore Litchfield Marion will go up against Lytton HMB in a consolation semifinal. That'll be at 8:15. You got Grant County Mont Regent going up against Langdon Area at 6:30. Then the semis feature Kenmare Bobo Central McLean at 1 o'clock and Berthold Benson County at 2:45. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on in Jamestown as well. Last year, 4 different teams were in this very round of Botno, Northern Cass, Wofford City, and Shiloh Christian, but 4 teams that were here from a season ago made it back to semifinals in Valley City, Devils Lake, Thompson, and South Prairie Max. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. Dive into the matchup a little bit more here between the Braves and the Cardinals. That's all still to come ahead of our starting lineups, and we'll hear from head coach Andy Broughton of Carrington. That's to come on yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 20th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 75 Red Angus bulls plus 20 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics, producing Red Angus genetics with sustainability for over 26 years. Request a catalog today. Call Gary Jacobson, 701-361-3189, or Facebook Jacobson Red Angus. The sale broadcast on DV Auction. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 20th, 1 p.m.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
as we dive into the matchup a little bit more here between Turtle Mountain and the Carrington Cardinals, Turtle Mountain will be on top of the bracket, so they will be the home team here, as the Carrington Cardinals will be the visitors here, as the Carrington Cardinals going up against Turtle Mountain again. Taking a look at this particular matchup, Carrington, the number 6 seed coming into this tournament out of Region 2, while Turtle Mountain, the number 7 seed in the tournament, coming out of Region 3. Some history between these two clubs. It's the first meeting this season between Carrington and Turtle Mountain. The Cardinals were able to make their way to the state tournament via state qualifier against Kindred at Mayville State 48-44, while for Turtle Mountain, they beat Newtown in the Region 3 quarters, defeated Botno 60-58 in the Region 3 semis, lost to Rugby by 8 in the Region 3 championship before upending Shiloh in a state qualifier 63-51 to get here. Yesterday, when we take a look at the box scores for both Turtle Mountain and alongside the Carrington Cardinals, Turtle Mountain just quite frankly allowed South Prairie Max to get too many big runs going, and they only shot 31% from the floor. That'll be something similar to when we talk about the Carrington Cardinals here. But going back to Turtle Mountain in their 70-45 loss, they were led by the Achilles Azure with 14 points on 4 of 13 shooting from the floor. Then you had 8 points here for Petra Emberlin, 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting. She had 6 points right off the first 2.5 minutes of play, got her in the post and got her going, and Janot was able to hit 3 threes for Aubrey here from the Braves, 9 points and a rebound. Turtle Mountain in that particular contest shot just 4 of 24 from beyond the arc and 7 of 12 from the free throw line. They had 19 turnovers in that game in the loss against South Prairie Max. Well, for the Carrington Cardinals, take a look at how Carrington fared against the Valley City Highlanders, up by 13. Valley City cut it to single digits before the half. Back and forth they went. Highlanders led by 7. And then all of a sudden here came Carrington back late in that contest, tied it up before a Maddie Anderson and one that kind of sealed the game. However, Carrington ran the Valpo play, and Eden Hornets, about 25-30 footer from the runner from the right wing, went off the backboard, and that's how they ended the contest here for the Carrington Cardinals. Carrington led individually by Eden Hornet, 10 points on 5 of 13 shooting from the floor. She had 4 rebounds, 9 points then, and 6 boards for Mara Johnson, 9 points, 12 rebounds for Mara Coots. The freshman had a really nice performance in 22 minutes of play. Carrington shot just 23% from the floor in their loss at 14 of 61. They went 4 of 21 from on the arc and 10 of 16 from the free throw line. 12 turnovers to 7 assists for the Carrington Cardinals in their loss again against the Valley City Highlanders. So the winner of this game again makes their way to 11:45 tomorrow morning. The loser of this contest will be playing at 10 o'clock for a little breakfast and brunch and basketball here from the Minot State Dome. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll let you know what's also going on yourliveevent.com here later today and throughout the weekend. Then we'll hear from the head coach, Andy Broughton of the Carrington Cardinals, and more ahead of our starting lineups and the opening tip from the Minot State Dome. This is the A on yourliveevent.com.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
High school basketball continues today here on YourLiveEvent.com. Preview what's still to come. Again, we will follow the Carrington Cardinals throughout the tournament here, so they will either play a little breakfast at 10 or a little brunch at 11:45 tomorrow. Also on the consolation portion of the bracket, one more time, the Rugby Panthers and the Dickinson Trinity Titans. We'll also follow Thompson later tonight at 8:15 as they square off for the third time in the Region 2 affair. In the semifinals, Thompson and Devils Lake coming up here later tonight. Also later this evening on YourLiveEvent.com, Minnesota basketball, some awfully good games with trips on the line to state. The Section 6A Girls Basketball Championship between Underwood and West Central area. Kevin Kochman and Jake Berkemeyer on the call for you on that one at 6 o'clock. Also later tonight from the Fieldhouse in Concordia at Memorial Auditorium, it's Barnesville and Dilworth Glendon Felton at 8 o'clock tonight. At 7, Keeler North Home goes up against Sacred Heart in the Minnesota Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship. And then later this evening in Jamestown, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Lytton, HMB in the State B Girls Basketball audio-only coverage of the consolation semifinals. So that, again, is what's today. Tomorrow, more high school boys hoops in Minnesota as we return to the boys' side with boys section quarterfinals. 8A and 6A will have the 6A games from Perm with Ada Borup West, Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, Henning Park Christian. 8A then will be Red Lake County Foston. Also will be Fertile Beltrami and North Home Keeler that will have call for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. For more information, go to our website. Simply subscribe to our YouTube page, and we still have a good chunk of hoop season still to come here over the next couple weeks with the Region 1 and Region 2 Division A boys basketball tournaments from the Shack and the Betty on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll hear from the head coach, Andy Broughton. That is next here with the Carrington Cardinals.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
On our pregame show here today with the head coach of the Carrington Cardinals, that again is Andy Broughton. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. And Andy, I know that game went back and forth with you at Valley City before we talk about Turtle Mountain. Just talk about the resiliency of the girls to battle through 32 minutes, which you knew it was going to be a battle, and try to hit the window and everything else like we talked about yesterday on that pregame show.
Yeah, absolutely. We did a pretty good job. We, 42 boards even, with their size was a pretty good job. And we won the turnover battle. We just didn't shoot the ball well enough to a couple possessions, and we could have, turned things around. But kids really played hard, and even when we got down by 7 late, we made a nice run.
Able to tie the game up then. I believe it was the Valpo play there with about 2 seconds left. And, with about 2 seconds, you couldn't ask for a better look at how the girls were able to run that one with Eden having an opportunity there from about a 30-foot runner, so to speak, from the wing.
Yeah, we run it maybe once a month in practice, and the kids have fun with it. But you need it in your back pocket, and we used it. We use it about once every 5 years, so it's something you do, and we got a decent look.
You take a look at the Turtle Mountain Braves, maybe a similar team to Valley City with some size on the interior. Are the keys something similar where you got to hit the rebounds, as we kind of talked about with the Burchell and the Nielsen's yesterday from the Highliners perspective?
Absolutely. Very similar, their size and a couple good shooters, and we got to take care of a lot of things. Hopefully we can get them in a tempo game. That's what South Prairie had a lot of success with, and so hopefully we can get up and down the court.
Someone that I was impressed with yesterday, Amara Coots, the 5'11 freshman, 9 points, 12 rebounds. She had to really go up against a Burchell or a Nielsen throughout the course of the day. Just how have you seen her growth and maturation, not just from the one game yesterday, but throughout the course of this season?
Absolutely. She's kind of fought a couple injuries too. We lost her for about 3-4 game stretch in the middle of the year, and she's worked her way back into shape, and she kind of sprained her hand earlier in the week, so it's been kind of a tough go for her, but she really did a nice job for us last night.
As you take a look at this particular matchup, Andy, biggest thing is what? To get yourself an opportunity to play for that Constellation Championship and try to come out of it here with a couple wins this weekend.
Hey, we got to shoot the ball better. 23% won't get it done, when you're playing good teams, but, hold our own on the boards, create some defensive intensity, and get the tempo going our way, and maybe we'll get some better looks and maybe get some layups.
Andy, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck today here against Turtle Mountain.
Thank you. Thanks for your coverage.
That again, Andy Broughton, the head coach for the Carrington Cardinals, will continue on our pregame show after this.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Brevera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts,
let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account,
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
High school basketball today. Again, those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That again is dhb.bank. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Chase Miller with you here inside the Minot State Dome for game number 5 here of the tournament, the first of day number 2, as that does it for our pregame show. As we will come back here, put a ball on our pregame show and get you ready for the starting lineups and the opening tip. That is next in the Minot State Dome for the Constellation Semis featuring Carrington and Turtle Mountain.
At Carrington Dental Care, they treat you like family. Meet Dr. Chaz Bauer and Dr. Jay Bauer, your friendly neighborhood dentists who care about your smiles. Join their family of happy patients. Whether it's routine checkups or cosmetic dentistry, they're dedicated to making your smile shine. Join the countless families who love coming to Carrington Dental Care, trusted by our community for years. Visit them online at thecarringtondentist.com or call 701-652-2801. Schedule your appointment today. At Sendak Cooperative, we are proud to be your trusted full-service grain, agronomy, and energy choice for our communities in central North Dakota. For all of your grain, agronomy, and energy decisions, they are proud to support our local farmers and communities we work and live in. With our state-of-the-art facilities and dedicated team, we ensure your farming operation will be looked at with care and efficiency. Whether you're looking for marketing decisions, agronomy needs, fuel for your operation, or a hot cup of coffee at their C-stores, Sendak Cooperative has you covered. Visit them online at sendakcooperative.com to learn more about how they can serve you. Sendak Cooperative, proud to serve our communities in central North Dakota.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Minnesota and North Dakota farmers are dealing with real yield-robbing challenges. Tight, heavy soils, light, sandy soils, high pH soils, cool ground temps at planting. We have tools to address these challenges. Liquid products, easy to use, and made in the U.S. Apply in furrow or with your pre-plant spray application. Call today to tackle your yield-dragging soil challenges this growing season.
That again does it for our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve. Go to IrieInsurance.com. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Started today as we turn our attention now to the court for American Crystal Sugar starting lineups here as the Carrington Cardinals. They will roll like this. Isabel Wendell, a 5'7" senior here for the Carrington Cardinals, 5 points and 7 rebounds. Mara Coots, a 5'11" freshman, a center, 9 points and 12 rebounds against the Valley City Highlanders. Eden Hornet, the 5'9" senior forward, 10 points and 4 boards in their loss against Valley City. Harper Coleman, 5'8" sophomore forward, 2 points, 3 rebounds. And then Mara Johnson, the 5'8" freshman guard, 9 points and 6 rebounds here for the Carrington Cardinals. So again, Wendell, Coots, Hornet, Coleman, and Johnson. Head coach is Annie Broughton with a mark of 18 wins, 7 losses on the season. The Carrington Cardinals shot 26, make that 23% from the floor. They went 4 of 21 from 3 and then 10 of 16 from the free throw line in the loss here for the Cardinals. Well, for the Turtle Mountain Braves, David Gordo Jr. with a mark of 19 wins and 7 losses on the season here for the Braves. They'll go like this. Irely Czar, the 5'10" sophomore, 6 points and 5 rebounds in their loss against South Prairie Max. Aubrey Janot, the 5'7" junior, 9 points with 3 made threes. Achilles Azure, the 5'9" forward, 14 points and 3 rebounds. Quint Lattiser, the 6'2" senior. And then Emberlyn Putra, the junior post player on the interior, 8 points and 5 rebounds. So again, Czar, Janot, Azure, Lattiser, and Putra here for the Turtle Mountain Braves. That is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. For the Braves, you got 2 seniors here with Lattiser, and also from there, Taryn Marion, part of the seniors. While for the Carrington Cardinals, 5 seniors, talking with head coach Annie Broughton. They will love a way to get to that consolation championship. Some of those seniors include Pazdernick, alongside with Eden Hornet, Bryn Smith, Isabel Wendell, and Cadence Van Ray here for the Carrington Cardinals. Again, that does it for our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Back to now the consolation portion of the bracket. There is no media timeouts or media breaks. This is just a normal game, so both teams with all 5 of their timeouts. There will be a normal breaks in terms of quarter, halftime, nothing in terms of media here in this particular contest. The Cardinals looking to get to 19-7 with the win, while for Turtle Mountain looking to get to 20-7 with a W here this afternoon. The Braves will be going left to right. The Cardinals will be going right to left. The Braves in their white uniforms here today. Braves across the front, a little spattering down the sides. While for the Carrington Cardinals, they'll be in their dark red uniforms here today with the white numerals and lettering outlined in black with Carrington across the front. 4 8-minute quarters with a 35-second shot clock as we get ready to get this game underway here between the Braves and the Cardinals. Our officials, Todd Fisher, Lane Fleur, and then Dustin Payne. Dustin Payne from Fargo will do the honors at 1:01 on a Friday afternoon, and day 2 of the basketball state tournament is underway. Carrington will match up little man pressure defense. Jumper from the baseline. This one will go long. Rebound, though, will be by Czar. Turnaround, put back up the window for 2. Irely Czar cleans up the miss by Lattiser. And the opening 2 points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard goes to Turtle Mountain. Crossover right to left now to Wendell. Will give this one up top to Johnson. Skip pass to the right wing. That'll go to Coleman. Coleman will see this. Gives it now to Johnson. Johnson with a left wing 3 on the way. That'll hit off the front iron. No good. Rebound comes underneath, though, for the Cardinals. Jumper by Hornet. That short. Another offensive board, and there's a foul. Cardinals hit the window early. Mara Coots will hit to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Carrington. Foul will come across. This would be on Lattiser, her first. 2 free throws here for the Cardinals, 10 of 16 from the free throw line in their loss against Valley City. One thing for Carrington that Andy Broughton talked with us on the pregame show, loved how his team rebounded for 4 quarters against Valley City. They were even with the Highliners. They were plus 15 in the first half, and then Valley City got going in the second half of play, and that was a little bit of the difference maker in that contest. So for the Braves, they will see this one down to the front court as they will handle it with Janot. Janot at the top of the key, guarded here by Wendell on the sweep. Janot going to drive, looking for the pick and roll as Hornet comes in to help, and that's going to be a turnover as they were looking for Azure. Turnover here on the Braves. Transition bounce pass on the inside. This one stolen away by Putra, and the Cardinals will give it right back. 6:45 left to play in the opening quarter. Cardinals looking for a full court pressure defense. Putra gives it to the high post. That's to Czar. Czar going to spin. Gives this one on the inside. Off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebound for a moment by Czar, and it's loose on the deck, and eventually we'll see a tie-up as this one will be with Azure here for the Braves and alongside with Harper Coleman of the Carrington Cardinals. As the Cardinals will have an opportunity here. Take their first lead of the game with a made field goal. Still early in this one, just 90 seconds into this consolation semifinal. Ball goes to the left, and inside that'll go Coleman. Coleman bounce pass now to the left wing. That's into Coots. Coots will see this one and a turnover. The Braves want to run as they do with Czar. Czar sees this at the left wing. Czar with a little hesitation off the window from the left block. No. Rebound comes down and a foul here on the Braves. Board on Harper Coleman, then reaching was Lattiser. She'll pick up her second and the team's second. A tough one there if you're head coach David Garano Jr., particularly with that one being on the complete opposite end of the court. Jumper here from the left wing. 3-pointers off the mark, no, by Eden Hornet. Rebound will be ripped away, and the Braves will come away with it. Czar will see this. This one gets pushed up the floor, nearly deflected as it'll go to Janot. Janot going to get double-teamed on the right baseline. Bounce pass here, able to find a teammate for a second. It's still loose on the floor, and the Braves rip it away. Nicely done by Azure. Putra with the jumper from the right elbow. Got it to go. Emberlyn Putra gives the Turtle Mountain Braves now a 4-1 advantage. Wendell bounce pass in the front court. Jumper from the left wing's going to go short by the Cardinals with Coleman. Rebound here for the Braves. Braves want to run in transition as they do. Janot will see it here. Janot in transition. Pulls up 3. Got it to go. Janot with her 4th made triple of the tournament. And the Turtle Mountain Braves with a 7-1 lead here. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into this contest. Wendell top of the key. Braves little 2-3 zone. Ball will go right-handed side to Johnson, and she is fouled on the drive, and the foul will come across here on Putra. So the Bigs in this contest picking up some fouls here for Turtle Mountain, as checking out of the game here will be Lattiser here for the Braves. Coming in will be Patinod, the 5'8 junior. Patnode, will be checking in as Isabel Wendell gives this one now to Johnson at the right wing for Carrington, going right to left or from the north to the south rim. Wendell here top of the key, taking a couple of dribbles. Wendell going to drive kick to the right wing, and this one's going to be intercepted Patra. Emberlin will come away with it. Turnover here on the Cardinals, their third. Braves want to push in transition as they do to Czar. Czar on the bounce pass to the left baseline. Shots off the mark. Rebound put back up and in, though, for Azure. And a timeout here for Coach Broughton. The Braves out early here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's 10-1, 4:38 here in the opening quarter. Share their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Turtle Mountain shooting 4 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 2 from 3 with a Janot triple and also a deep three-pointer that they gave as well to Patra at the right wing. So that makes it 10-1 here. Carrington 0 of 4 shooting from the floor, 3 turnovers so far for the Cardinals. This will go to Van Ray, newly inserted. Right-handed side to Johnson. Nice bounce pass by Wendell to Van Ray, and we have a tie-up, and the arrow will make its way inside the paint towards Turtle Mountain. Braves have 4 players in the scoring column so far. Is full court pressure defense here by the Cardinals. Braves will see this with Janot. Janot here crossing the timeline, gets it to the right wing as Janot will take the ball screen here as she does, top of the key. Janot utilizes it, looking for a teammate, finds one to Patra. Emberlin reverse it, right-handed side, that'll go Azure. Make that Czar, excuse me. On the interior, Patra will see this, dribbles it back out to the top, and there's a nearly steal, as you'll see this on the deck, and then we'll have a foul. Wendell had her hand on it, but coming up with it then is Azure for Turtle Mountain, and we'll see a foul here on the Cardinals, their first of the game. Then go Amara Johnson, her first, and this one gets inbounded. Patra on the right block, goes inside the paint, turnaround jumper long, and then we'll get a foul. As going for the loose ball was Czar, and she's going to pick up the foul as Hornet able to box her out. And that is Aniston, Hornet able to box her out, and we'll see this one on the Turtle Mountain Braves as Czar will pick up her first and the team's fourth. So from here on out for the Cardinals, they'll be in the bonus, but they give up the basketball here. A steal by Patnod here for the Braves. So Patnod will come up with it here in the front court, goes behind the back on Wendell, takes a ball screen now. Able to utilize it, skips it to the top of the key. That'll go Czar. Czar here at the top of the key, up and over on the pass to Patra. Patra inside the paint, left-handed layup for 2. Emberlin with a nice turnaround inside the paint, and it's now a 12-1 advantage. Carrington lines up a 3 from the left wing. That'll go off the right iron. Rebound here for Johnson after the miss by Hornet. Johnson from the right pocket. That'll hit the back of the rim and rattle out as Pottenrod will utilize it here in the front court, and we'll see a foul. So foul upcoming here on the Carrington Cardinals. Pattenod with a good drive. The foul will be assessed here on Eden Hornet, her first and the team's second. Annie Broughton making some substitutions into the game as Harper Coleman able to return with Aniston Hornet. You'll see Wendell on the floor currently alongside with her. Mara Coots is on the floor here for the Cardinals. For the Braves, they will inbound the basketball as they will with Bercier, the 5'9" guard. As this one will go to Patra. Patra posting up on the interior now at the right block, spinning by her defender. This shot's going to be off the mark. No, Patra trying to stay with it as it'll go now to Czar. Czar will leave it left wing. Azure will handle it now left of the key. Ball gets skipped. Patra will see this now. Back to the top between the circles to Janot. Janot will utilize it left of the key. Three-pointer on the way for Janot. It's good. They go underneath the screen, and Janot hits the triple. That's her second of the contest. 15-1 here for the Braves. 2:30 left to play in the opening quarter. Cardinals will see this with Wendell on the sweep down to Aniston. Hornet at the right wing to the baseline. Cardinals looking for it. Back to Aniston here. Turnaround jumper. That'll go short. Rebound here to the Braves, and we'll see a traveling violation after the board there by Czar. For Turtle Mountain, shooting well, getting the ball in the interior to their big in Patra, then hitting some threes. Here's the right of the key 3 for Carrington. That'll go short by Bryn Smith, and ball will be out of play. And for head coach Annie Broughton wants to handle the full court pressure defense, as we'll see a substitution here for the Braves as Harris Reed The 5'7", make that the 5'9" junior will check in. In the backcourt, we'll see it with Czar. Czar with the basketball up the far sideline now for the Braves. Slows it up. This one's going to get picked and nearly stolen as Azure able to rip it through. Back to left and inside to Czar. Czar will post up now on the baseline. Here comes a double kick to left of the key. Three-pointer here for the Braves and another triple. Bercier hits the three, and it's now 18-1. Turtle Mountain right-handed side with the basketball. That'll go to Aniston Hornet. Hornet will see it here. A little hesitation dribble as she sees this one now between the rings to Wendell. Wendell's going to get walled off on the baseline. Pass is going to be a jump ball. After the pass was ricocheted back into Wendell's hands, and this Braves defense is swarming right now. Carrington looking to get something to go down here in the opening quarter. They're 0 of 8 from the floor, and 7 of their 8 shots for the Cardinals are from the three-point line, so just not able to get much inside the paint with the size here of these Turtle Mountain Braves. Ball will get thrown up top. That'll go to Harper Coleman. Coleman here at the wing, able to reverse it. Eden Hornet left wing three-pointer. This one gets the shooter's roll to go. First field goal of the game for the Cardinals comes at the 1:28 mark here in this first quarter, and Carrington on the board here now at 18-4 with their first made field goal. Braves will see this with Janot. Gives this one now to Czar, as this will be an offensive foul here then on Azure, as Azure will pick up the foul, her first and the team's fifth on the offensive foul. And for the Cardinals, see if that first one can take the lid off the rim here with that Eden Hornet three-pointer. Carrington will go to the right baseline three-pointer for Aniston Hornet. That's going to go short. Rebound underneath as the Braves will see this tipped out of bounds after Eden Hornet tips that one underneath the rim. Braves will make a substitution as they will. Patton Node will check into the game here for Turtle Mountain. 5 players in the scoring column here for Turtle Mountain. Ball will go in the front court as the Braves will see it now on the baseline. Off the window, good for 2. Tough angle, good shot though for Czar. Czar's got 4. 20-4 right now with 40 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. Ball will go to Eden Hornet. Jumper from the right wing's no good. Good box out with Czar on Hornet. And the Turtle Mountain Braves will handle the basketball with about 1.5 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock in terms of a differential here. Carrington, we have seen some full court pressure defense. They will apply it here as Azure lost the basketball. It's a turnover. The Cardinals will come away with it as getting the steal will be Coots. So turnover here for the Braves. That'll be their 4th of the quarter. Ball will go driving kick to the right wing now back to Wendell. Wendell on the skip pass looking for Eden Hornet on the baseline. Hornet will launch a 3 from the left baseline. No. Ball will go out of play, and this last one will be touched here by Carrington. And if you want to be going at 40 miles an hour, the Braves got the Cardinals going at about 50 miles an hour, just a little bit too much outstretched in front here so far, and the Cardinals will pick up a foul here. That'll be their 3rd on the reach. As the foul will be assessed here on the Braves, This one will come across the Braves by Aubrey Janot, her first after the steal, as we will see free throw opportunity is up and good here for Wendell. Wendell now 3 of 5 in the tournament from the free throw line. Free throw attempt number 2 is going to be short. Rebound here with 12 seconds in the quarter. Going to be won by Turtle Mountain, but then they throw it away. Steal here by Harper Coleman. Ball gets skipped. That'll go Johnson back to the right of the key. Here goes Wendell. 3! Bury it right before the horn, and that's how we'll end our first quarter of play. 4 points there in the latter part of the 14 seconds here of the quarter, and the Carrington Cardinals are back within 12 as we head to the second on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed. But how they get done? Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
High school basketball here as we head to quarter number 2 inside the Mountain State Dome. Turtle Mountain, the difference in the game so far is their ability early on in this game to hit some threes. They are currently shooting 4 of 4 from beyond the arc, 8 of 14 from the floor. Carrington, 2 of 13 from the floor, but both of them are made three-pointers in that one late by Wendell to cut this deficit down to 12. Cardinals coming out with a half-court pressure trap here to begin the second quarter. Janot with the basketball to the left wing. That'll go to Czar back up top between the circles. As Czar gets the ball back at the left wing, jumper from 16. That'll go long. Rebound to Mara Johnson. And Johnson will see this. Now working right to left with it for the Cardinals. Carrington trying to weather the storm here in the first half. Ball goes left-handed side. That'll go to Coleman. Back to Johnson. Johnson on the reversal. Wendell on the right baseline. Wendell on the skip pass. Eden Hornet jumper from the left baseline. That'll go long. And a rebound for the Braves. Patnod will see this one up the floor. Patnod will give this on the weave. Jumper for Janot with the three. That'll go off the iron. Good box out on the interior here by Coots. Wendell will see this one. Eden Hornet, right wing, gives it now to Wendell on the baseline. Nice little give and go to Hornet. Jumper is in and out, no good. Rebound, put back and a block shot by Putra. As you'll see the Braves working with it. Braves in the backcourt. Janot gives it up the floor to Czar. Czar will see this one here at the left wing. Bounce pass. Here's a jumper from the baseline. That's no good by Putra. And a rebound here for the Carrington Cardinals. Mara Johnson will see this one crossing the timeline. 6:40 left to go in the first half. Eden Hornet, right wing three, no. Rebound, put back off the window, good for two. Harper Coleman gets the first field goal here of the quarter for either club. The Cardinals are back within 10. Second chance opportunity as you'll see this now with Janot. Janot will see it here as they cross the timeline, takes not one but two screens going to the left of the key. Janot sees this here, trying to back her defender down. Double comes and Eden Hornet rips it away. Turnover here for Turtle Mountain. Cardinals want to get out and run. Wendell left-handed side. This one will go to Johnson. Johnson on the skip to Eden Hornet. Back to Johnson, left of the key. Rainbow three, book it! Mara Johnson with her third make triple of the tournament. And the Cardinals on a run right now. They trail it by 7 with 5:59 left to play in the opening half, as it's currently a 9-0 run for Carrington over the last 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Timeout on the floor here for the Braves.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Timeout on the floor here again with our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Still to come here later today, Dickinson Trinity and Rugby at 2:45. South Prairie Max Valley City in our first of two semis from the Mountain State Dome, and then Devils Lake and Thompson at 8:15. We will have coverage of the Firebirds and the Tommies later tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Turtle Mountain scoreless again in their last 2:55. As law of averages after they shot extremely well in the first quarter, starting to come down a little bit here for the Braves. But the Cardinals now 3 of their 4 field goals from beyond the arc. They're 3 of 14 from the stripe and 4 of 19 from the floor here for Carrington. But the Cardinals weathering the storm, as we alluded to earlier, got it back within single digits. Let's see if the Braves can make an answer now with Putra in the front court. Putra going to drive on the baseline, throws this one off of her teammate Shin, and we'll see it on the deck, and then we get a foul. It'll either be on Lattiser or Putra, and this one will be on Putra, her second. If it was on Lattiser, that was going to be her third. Tough one there for Putra, as again, she threw it off the shin of Lattiser, and then the Cardinals just were swarming here underneath, as Lattiser will see this and play on the bottom now, as Putra will check out of the contest. for the Cardinals. They will give this left and inside. Ball gets deflected. Eden Hornet gets it back at the left of the key. Braves will still stay in this 2-3 zone. Ball gets skipped. Baseline jumper on the way up, and this one is off the iron. No good after the miss by Bryn Smith. And now with it up the other side of the floor is Azure. And good hustle back defensively by Wendell to back that one out of bounds. There's a little luau night or Hawaiian night for the Carrington Cardinal student section. Ball will go right-handed side. That'll go to Jenot. She's already hit 2 threes in the contest as Azure's going to drive on the baseline. That's an offensive foul on Azure. Withstanding the stand there is Bryn Smith. Foul will be on Azure. Achilles will pick up her second, team second. So now for David Gorno Jr. Got 2 fouls on Putra, Lattiser, and Azure here for the Braves. 5:18 left to play in the opening half, as we'll see Pazdernick, the 5'6", make that the 5'6" senior guard. Kennedy will check in a lineup now for the Carrington Cardinals. As the Cardinals also bring in Van Ray, the 5'9" senior forward. Ball O's up top. Now to the baseline. Jumper by Pazdernick off the iron. No. Rebound going to get tossed into Lattiser's hands, and we'll see the Braves handling the basketball. Braves now been scoreless for the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds, trying to change that on this possession. Janot right at the key. Oh, what a block shot by Wendell. Ball is loose, and coming up with it is Pazdernick. They went underneath. Wendell got the hand up on the right hand and got a tip. Ball goes left and inside. This one will go to Johnson. Mara Johnson at the left wing, going to drive baseline. Jumper from 12 is up. No. Rebound. Put back. Carrington can't get it to go. Another board by Pazdernick. Kick to Wendell. Right at the key for 3. Swirls out. Board is still loose underneath, and the Cardinals throwing it back up off the front iron. No good by Aniston Hornet, and the Braves dodge 4 bullets on that possession. Braves will see it in the front court. Puttenrod will see this bounce pass on the interior. That goes to Czar. Drive kick, left wing, back up top of the key. Braves will launch, shoot off the mark, no good. After the miss by Bercier, and a rebound here for the Cardinals. That'll go to Aniston Hornet. Wendell up the floor, looking for a teammate to Van Ray. Block shot on the way, though, by Lattiser. Lattiser able to get the block shot. Braves will see it now. Up the other side with it. Right-handed dribble, able to spin inside the block, and the Cardinals get a block shot. But the shot is up off the front of the iron, off of the left knee, and this one will go out of Turtle Mountain. The defenses are both teams coming alive here, being annoying throughout this last couple of minutes of play. Now it's just about someone getting a shot to go through the cylinder. Harper Coleman, the 5'8" sophomore forward, will check in and inbound in here to Mara Johnson. Also for the Cardinals on the floor, Aniston Hornet. You have Eden Hornet on the floor, and with them now is Mara Coots. Ball will go to Eden. Eden lost it on the baseline, trying to rip it through, and the tie-up will favor the Carrington Cardinals as she lost it for a moment. Her and Czar hit the deck with 3:45 left to play here in the opening half. 20-13 here in favor of Turtle Mountain. Ball will go to the right of the key. This one goes to Johnson. Johnson on the right wing, gives this one to the baseline. Aniston Hornet will see this here, taking a ball screen by Eden. Ball gets deflected and a turnover as Bercier will come away with it. The Braves, left to right, will see Janot. Janot here at the left wing, looking for it on the interior. Lattiser off the window, good up and in for 2. Quinn Lattiser able to get the Braves back on the board. It took nearly 6 minutes of game action for Turtle Mountain to get back on the board after they led 20-8 going into the second quarter. Eden Hornet three-pointer from the right wing, no. Rebound underneath and a foul here on Carrington. Cardinals will pick up their first foul of the quarter. Turtle Mountain has 2 in their own right. The foul will be on Mara Coots, her first. And if you're Turtle Mountain right now, trying to get up by double digits before you get to the half wall, if you're Carrington, 5 points in the quarter, seeing if you can get within 2 possessions, if not more, before you get to that intermission break. This one's on the deck. Mara Johnson able to dive on the floor. Then we got a tie-up with her and Czar, a pair of 11s, and the arrow will stay with the Braves. This particular game, it's getting nasty in a good way with the defenses coming alive as they will talk it over to see if there needs to be a reset on the shot clock. The answer is no, as they will keep it at 22. Seeing block shots, seeing rebounds, seeing teams have an opportunity, and that's going to be an illegal screen. Lattiser just wasn't set, as you'll see this on Bercier, Bercier will pick up her first, team second. All right, now if you're Carrington, you haven't shot the ball extremely well here in the half. Deep 3 for Johnson, 27, that make that a 25-footer, no. Rebound Wendell, top of the key now from the college range 3. This one gets the shooter's roll. Johnson with her second made triple, and just like that, the Cardinals are back within 2 possessions. Good board by Wendell. This one on the inside. Lattiser, turnaround jumper from the right block. No. Rebound for Johnson, and the Cardinals want to get out and run. Johnson looking up the floor. Johnson leaves it right-handed side. Now they working on the interior. Eden Hornet, and Lattiser just rips it away. Lattiser with the turnover. Going left to right now is Czar. Czar will see this on the baseline. Turning her defender down. Gives it left to the key. 3 for the Braves. That'll go short. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it'll be last touch here by Carrington in Mara Coots. Coots had to contend with Burchell and Nielsen yesterday, and today it doesn't get much easier with a 6'2 Lattiser and a 5'10 Putra here for Turtle Mountain. As Johnson will check out of the contest here for the Carrington Cardinals. Harper Kuhlman back into the game. This is going to be a turnover. Aniston Hornet will come away with a steal as they give it now into the back, and there's a foul. Czar will pick up her second. That'll be the team's 4th here, as Czar was going for the steal after the Cardinals were coming away with it. Carrington has 7 turnovers, and all of a sudden for Turtle Mountain, it's ballooned to double digits. They have 12 here in the first half. Carrington at the left wing, ripping it through. That's going to go Aniston Hornet now to Wendell. Top of the key to Eden. They reverse it right-handed side of the baseline. Coleman back to Eden. They skip it left-handed side. Aniston open from the left pocket. 3-pointer long. Rebound tipped into the Turtle Mountain bench. It'll be last touch here by the Braves. Turtle Mountain with just 2 points here in the quarter to Carrington's 8 so far. 1:37 to play here in this second quarter. Ball goes right-handed side. Cardinals will give it to Wendell up top. Wendell gets the ball fake here by Wendell at the right wing. She's going to drive, bounce pass inside. Aniston Hornet off the window for 2. The freshman with her first made field goal give the assist on the bounce pass to Wendell, and the Cardinals are back within 4. Ball will go left and inside. That'll go Czar. Czar crossing over left to right. Drive kick, and Wendell comes away with a steal. Wendell leads a 3-on-1. Wendell with the right hand. Bounce pass right-hand side. Hornet jumper up and in. Eden Hornet now with 5. It's 22-20. And don't look now, the Cardinals with a chance to tie or take the lead if they can get one more stop. Patton Rod will see this up the far sideline for the Braves. That'll go to Janot. 55 seconds and counting here in the quarter. The Cardinals coming back. Janot at the left wing, taking a couple hard dribbles inside the paint. Off the window, good for 2. She lost it through the double team, able to carry it with her enough. And the Braves are back up by 4. Hornet, that's Aniston to Wendell. Reverse it now to Eden. Ball fake on the interior. This one up from the right block, up and in. Mara Coots with her first made field goal. She has 3. And the Carrington Cardinals back within 2. As you'll see it with Czar. Czar in the front court here. She crosses the timeline. This one batted out of bounds, and it will be Braves with the basketball. Mara Johnson to check back in also with Putra here for the Braves. What a tale of 2 quarters, particularly with the turnover bug here for Turtle Mountain. Ball will get thrown away, and another turnover. That'll be 15 as they're posting up Lattiser. They brought everybody up to the top of the key to post up Lattiser one-on-one, and they just threw it into the Carrington Cardinal Hawaiian student section. 21 seconds to play here in the opening half, and the Cardinals don't look now have a chance to tie or take the lead for the first time this afternoon. Wendell at the right wing, taking the screen by Eden Hornet. Shot, game clocked at 10. Eden Hornet at the left of the key, gives it to the baseline now. With it is Johnson. Foul here on the Braves, and we'll see bonus free throws. Foul, not a good one from the Braves' perspective because it puts Carrington to the free throw line, but also it's the 3rd on Lattiser. As Mara Johnson, who's 3 of 4 from the tournament from the stripe, will go to line to shoot 2. Right-handed toss on the way here for Mara Johnson from the line is up and in. Cardinals now 3 of 5 from the stripe, back within 1. 5.9 to play here in the half. Johnson on the second. Got it to go. We got our first tie of the game, tied at 24. Full court pressure defense for the Cardinals. The Braves crossing the timeline with Pottenrod. She handles it top of the key to beat the horn. Off the backboard is long, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. What a quarter by the Carrington Cardinals as they score 16 and minimize Turtle Mountain just to 4. At the half, we're tied at 24 apiece. Our halftime report is coming up next.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Coming up at Headlocks on Friday, March 21st, it's karaoke with Blue Diamond Entertainment. And get ready for the Carrington All-School Reunion coming up this summer, July 10th through the 12th.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
As we come back here at the half, Chase Miller with you courtside inside the Minot State Dome. What a tale of two quarters that particular contest was so far here in this first half of play. 4 threes in the first quarter for Turtle Mountain. They had 0 in the second with just 2 field goals. They have yet to hit a free throw or attempt a free throw in this game. While for the Carrington Cardinals, they made 2 field goals in the first quarter. In which they shot in this particular game 2 of 13 from the floor. They went 6 of 20 in the second, while Turtle Mountain went 8 of 14 shooting from the floor in the first quarter and 2 of 11 in the second. As we take a look at the first half numbers here on this one, Carrington shooting 8 of 33 from the floor, 4 of 20 from beyond the arc, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, currently with 19 rebounds, 6 assists to 7 turnovers. While for Turtle Mountain, 10 of 24, make that 10 of 25 shooting from the floor, 4 of 10 from beyond the arc, 22 rebounds, 3 assists to 14 turnovers here on the way for Turtle Mountain. Individually, Carrington led by the 8 points and 12 minutes of work for Mara Johnson. Johnson with 2 threes, 2 of 2 from the line. Mara 8 points and 2 rebounds. From there, you have 5 points for Eden Hornets with 1 board. 4 points, 2 boards for Wendell. 3 points, 2 rebounds for Mara Coots. 2 points, 4 boards for Harper Coleman. 2 points, 3 boards for Anniston Hornet here today for the Cardinals. Again, Carrington led by Mara Johnson with 8. For Turtle Mountain, 8 points on the way for Aubrey Janot with 2 made threes in the first quarter. You have 5 on the way for Emberlyn Poitras. 4 points for Czar, 2 points, 3 rebounds for Azure, 2 points, 3 rebounds for Lattiser, and 3 points here for Bercier. That was a triple off the bench here for the Turtle Mountain Braves. Quarter scoring 20 points in the first for Turtle Mountain, 4 in the second. Carrington 8 in the first quarter and 16 in quarter number 2. At the half, we're knotted at 24 on your LiveVent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
As we keep you apprised of some of the colleges that are still playing here today, Jocelyn Schiller with 13 points on 5 of 11 shooting with 8 assists as UND leads St. Thomas 65-58 at the Summit League quarterfinals with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. UND on the verge of knocking off St. Thomas and getting into the semifinals. Again, Schiller from Red River, 13 points. North Dakota State will play Kansas City, scheduled opening tip at 2:30 later today here from the Summit League, and then both the UND men and NDSU men will be in action a little bit later on in the quarterfinals. Still to come later today here inside the Minot State Dome in the consolation semis. The winner of this game will play the winner of our next contest of Dickinson Trinity and Rugby. Then the South Prairie Max Valley City Highlanders at 6:30 will tangle with one another in our first of 2 semis. Then later today on YourLiveEvent.com, it's Devils Lake and going up against the Thompson Tommies, as we will have coverage for you of that game here for audio only on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, that's a look at the A tournament here from the Minot State Dome. At the half, tied at 24 apiece, 8 points for Johnson, 8 points for Genot here for Turtle Mountain. Back with more as we get you ready for the third quarter from the Minot State Dome after this.
The Outlaws are coming back. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series is coming back to Ada, the Norman County Raceway. Saturday, June 28th, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will have 2 shows at Red River Valley Speedway Saturday, May 31st and August 23rd. For tickets and more information, visit ncraceway.com, redrivervalleyspeedway.com, or follow on Facebook.
Looking to sell your equipment or needing an upgrade? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. From construction to agriculture and fleet, we make it easy for you to sell, bid, or buy. Always online and always no reserve. Take the next step and register for free today at purplewave.com. It's time to experience the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment with Purple Wave Auction.
Here's a set Golden Harvest seed sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cazette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Tied at 24 apiece. Jace Miller with you courtside from the Magic City as we get you ready for the second half of play between Carrington and Turtle Mountain here on YourLiveEvent.com. With a win for the Braves, they would improve to 20-7 on the season. With a win for Carrington, they would improve to 19-7 on the year. As we get you ready, the Cardinals in their dark red uniforms, the white numerals and lettering outlined in black with Carrington across the front will give Johnson a ball screen to the right baseline. Jumper will go short. Rebound comes down to Putra. Putra, baseball pass up the near sideline now to Czar. Czar will handle it here at the left wing with the Braves with those white uniforms. Deep three by Janot. That'll go off the iron. Rebound goes to Johnson, who rips it away. Johnson on the floor here for Carrington with Coleman, Eden, Hornet. You also have on the floor Mara Coots and Isabel Wendell. Hornet looking for the reversal shot. No rebound. Going to be taken away here, though, by Carrington with Coots as they give it back up top to Johnson from the Beaver logo. This one goes short. Ball will go out of bounds, and it will be off of Johnson. In fairness, that MSU Minot State Beaver is from one side of the three-point line to the other here in the center court at the Minot State Dome. As this will go up top. Opportunity now here for the Braves. Azure at the right wing. Azure, Putra, double team on the interior, and we'll see a foul. Also with her, you'll have Czar on the floor, Janot here, and with her will be Patnod. As we'll see the foul. That'll be on Hornet, her second, team's first of the third quarter. Ball will go up top to Janot. Janot taking the ball screen, does. Three-pointer on the way left of the key. That'll go short. Rebound here is going to be underneath, and Johnson will come away with it. Then we'll have a foul here. And this foul will actually be on Johnson. As Andy Broughton was talking about how Johnson was going for the ball, but there was enough of the wrist to catch. So Johnson will pick up the foul. That'll be her second and the team's second here. As you'll see this here for Turtle Mountain on the inbounds. As they will see it now to the top of the key. Ball will go on the interior, back to the right wing. Pottenrod will shoot the jumper. Patnod, will shoot the jumper. Shot will be off the mark, no good. Wendell will see this one down the front court. Wendell, bounce pass, Eden, Hornet, reverse pivots, now to Johnson. Mara's going to drive at the right elbow. Block shot on the way. This one's still loose, going right to Putra here after his Coots. Block shot now, it goes to Coleman. Up top, Wendell. Wendell with it, shot clock at 15 seconds. Wendell going to drive kick to Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line, throws it up with the left hand off the mark. It doesn't draw iron, ball out of bounds, and it will be Turtle Mountain with the basketball. So far in the quarter, Carrington is 0 for 6 from the floor, while Turtle Mountain is 0 of 3. As the Cardinals will go back in the half court here and match up. As they do, you'll have Azure. Azure in the front court now gives it to the right-handed side. Putra will see this. Here comes the double, and we'll have a foul on the floor. Foul will be assessed here on the Cardinals. That'll be on Mara Coots. Her first of the half, second of the game, but all of a sudden now with 6:14 left in the quarter, three-pointer by Janot will be off the mark. Rebound here will be tied up with, but all of a sudden with, again, 6:14 left to play in the third quarter, Carrington only has one more foul to give before the Braves would be in the bonus. Foul on inbound here with Patnod. Bounce pass on the interior. Nice up and under. Shot will be off the mark. No good by Czar. Rebound comes down here for the Cardinals. Harper Coleman. Coleman leaves it left inside to Johnson. Johnson back to Coleman, left of the key. Able to reverse it now to Wendell. Wendell at the right wing, man pressure defense by the Braves. Eden Hornet slip pass on the inside, gets the ball back. Jumper on the way will be off the mark, no good. Ball will be in the deck. Now here goes Wendell, leaves it left wing. Shot by Coleman, can't get it. Out of bounds, and it'll be last touch here by Turtle Mountain and Putra. See a substitution as Aniston Hornet will check in, and both teams looking to take the lid off the rim to begin this second half of play. As Wendell will inbound the basketball. Wendell on the inbounds gives it to Eden inside for two. And the Carrington Cardinals, for the first time this afternoon on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, they will have a lead. And then Hornet forces a traveling violation here on the Braves. Patnod will walk with it. Turnover here on Turtle Mountain. That'll be their 15th of the contest. As the Cardinals run in front of us on the near sideline, will inbound with Wendell to the right-handed side and a foul. This one will go on Putra, her third, team's first of the quarter. So we got 3 on Lattiser, 3 on Putra here for head coach David Gorno Jr. and the Braves. Cardinals on the inbounds. They will see it with Wendell. Nice back cut on the way for Eden Hornet for two. Eden Hornet has been so smooth on those baseline out of bounds, just cutting to the high post, cutting to the wing and getting open. And this is going to get thrown away here for Turtle Mountain. Full court pressure defense. They get the half court trap. Azure was looking for a teammate underneath and a turnover here for the Braves. As we'll see a substitution into this contest as Turtle Mountain will bring in now Bercier, the 5'9" guard. 28-24. As you'll see it here for the Carrington Cardinals with Wendell. Wendell on the front court, right-handed side, crossing over right to left, drive on the left wing to Aniston Hornet. Aniston gives this one to Eden. Eden able to zing it now to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive. Teardropper from the baseline, no. Rebound, though, to Aniston. Gives it to Eden back up top as Putra was stopped and will get this. And what we see here is Putra, again, might have got poked in the eye. And from the Carrington Cardinals, they were looking to get an opening on the interior for Coots. The officials stopped the court of play, and I think from Carrington's perspective, they're saying, hey, you got to let the play up. But from the officials' perspective, they weren't attacking the rim. They were going back into the top of the key, and then you allowed it for the injury timeout. So Putra will check out of the game here for the Braves, is right now kind of holding more her nose than her eye as she's getting looked at, as both of these teams right now looking to make sure everything is kosher in terms of no one's got any blood or anything on their respective jerseys. As Putra again will be checking out, as they're going to take a look at the floor right now to see if there's any particular blood spats that have been on the floor. So we'll take a quick timeout with them as they clean this up here. 5:01 left to play in the quarter. It's 28-24 Carrington on your LiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. 28-24, so with Putra out right now getting attended to. There's one less big in the game here for Turtle Mountain. Where do the Cardinals go? They will go left, and it's on Aniston Hornet. Hornet backing her defender down inside the paint. She lost it. Turnover here as you'll see it now with the Braves. This one will go with Azure. Azure will see this top of the key. Azure will handle it here to the right-handed side as they work it on the interior. Able to turn around jumper, no good by Lattiser. Ball out of play, last touch by Aniston, and it will be Turtle Mountain with the basketball. But after going 8 of 14 in the first quarter, Turtle Mountain is now 2 of 17 in the rest of the game after shooting 57% again in the opening quarter and hitting 4 of 4 from the three-point line. Well, for Carrington, 15% shooting in the first quarter, 30 in the second, 18 so far in the third for a grand total of 22% in the contest. Turtle Mountain lost it off the right hip there by Janot. Leaves it top of the key. Make that right of the key. Three-pointer no good by Azure. A rebound for Eden Hornet. And the Cardinals want to push. They give it to Wendell. Wendell crossing the timeline left to right here with 4:20 left to play in the third quarter. Cardinals lead it by 4. Right-handed side, Aniston Hornet, right wing to Eden. Gives it back to the right of the key. They work it now to Wendell. Little flex offense here for the Cardinals. Wendell gives it right-handed side. Is this one able to attack the baseline? There is Coleman. Good defense. Wendell, right wing 3. That'll go short. Rebound for Eden on the interior, though, as it goes back to Coleman. Bounce pass on the inside. Coots. Mara Coots will see a traveling violation. Turnover here on Carrington. That'll be their 9th of the contest. The Cardinal faithful was ready to erupt because they thought it was a foul. If that foul would have been on Lattiser, that would have been her 4th. As the Braves will see this here. Couple of dribbles. They will see it with Czar. Czar crossing the timeline right to left. Gives it to Azure. Azure here between the rings. Right wing. That'll go to Bercier. And this one will be a foul. And this is going to be an offensive foul on the way. As trying to get out in front was Quinn. So Lattiser will indeed pick up her 4th. So Lattiser will have to check out of the game. And with no Putra, that's going to make this Braves team very more similar size to Carrington. As checking out will be the 6'1" forward, and coming in here will be Harris Reed, a 5'9" junior. So for the Cardinals right now, a chance to add on to their lead. Just 4 points scored in the quarter combined, coming by Carrington. Johnson, right pocket three. That'll go long. Rebound here on the way to Azure. Azure and the Braves will go with it the other side, able to spin. Bounce pass here. That'll go to Bercier. Back to the right wing to Czar. Czar at the right of the key. 3:20 left in the quarter. Right to left crossover. Czar will see this, and there's a foul. 2 free throws upcoming, as Hornet will pick up the foul. That'll go on Aniston, her first. Teams for 2 free throws upcoming here for Azure. Azure 6 of 8 from the free throw line against South Prairie. Max misses the first, and that is the first free throw attempt for the Braves here on this afternoon. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way for Azure is good. First made bucket of any sort in this second half for Turtle Mountain comes at the 3:21 mark. Other side of the floor, off the left hand, off the window, and Coleman in transition gets the Carrington Cardinals a 5-point lead and count the and one. As you'll see the foul, this will be on Czar, her third, a team's third, and one opportunity here is Coots on the floor with Eden Hornet here for the Carrington Cardinals. Wendell Mara Johnson free throw attempt is up and it's in. Harper Coleman converts the end one. She's got 5. 31-25 here in favor of the Cardinals. Ball goes left wing. That'll go to Czar. Czar will see it left to right as this one will go down to Azure. Azure at the left wing. Free throw line extended. Azure pops it past the right-handed side to Reed. Reed gives it back between the circles. Then it go to Azure back to the top as they work with it now here to Janot. Janot between the rings, 13 seconds on the shot clock, taking the screen. Janot to the baseline now, crossing over right to left inside the paint, able to spin, turn shot from 10 up and in. Janot had to work for it. She's in double digits now with 10. First field goal here of the half for Turtle Mountain. And we'll see a blocking foul on the Braves. Foul on Turtle Mountain, as this would be on Janot, her second and the team's fourth. As David Gorno Jr. wants a little bit more of an explanation here from Dustin Payne, our official today, alongside with Todd Fisher and Lane Fleur for Minot. 35-second on a reset on the shot clock. 2:36 to go here in the third quarter. Johnson open on the inbound. That'll go short. Rebound by Eden Hornet. Gets tapped, but it will be into the Cardinal bench. 31-27 with 2:29 here in the third quarter. The real question is who can get on a little run that might trigger the rest of this game to go in your favor, as the Carrington Cardinals will make a substitution as Aniston Hornet is back in the contest with Eden, Wendell, also with Coleman here, and Coots. Double team, ball goes right-handed side now to Bercier as they work at left-handed side of Janot. Janot left wing, back up top to Bercier. This one will go to Azure, top of the key. 3! Tickles the twine. Azure with the 5th made 3 here for Turtle Mountain. And the Braves are back within 1 as we reach the 2-minute mark. Also, Petra going back to the sidelines here, as this will be a turnover now for Carrington. The Braves looking to regain the lead after the Cardinal turnover. They will see this with Janot. Janot thought about a dribble pullback. Now to Azure here right of the key. Azure will see this one on the bounce. That'll go in the hands of Czar. Czar with a deep three-pointer. No ball out of play. Last touch by Carrington with 1:41 left to play here in the third quarter. There's a couple cotton balls right now are in the nostrils of Petra across the way inside the paint, inside the Turtle Mountain bench. Ball's going to get tipped out of bounds here by Wendell right in front of the scorer's table with 1:39 now left to play in the third quarter as the Rugby fans and the Dickinson Trinity fans make their way inside the Minot State Dome for the next contest. Janot left of the key, rainbow triple. That will be in and out, no good. Rebound, though, going to be fought for, and eventually we'll see a foul here on Turtle Mountain as Czar will pick up the foul. That's going to be her 4th, and we'll see the 5th foul of the quarter, so 2 free throws will be making their way here as Mara Coots, who was 3 of 6 from the free throw line against the Highliners, will head to the stripe to shoot 2. Carrington 5 of 7 from the stripe so far here this afternoon. They're 11 of 48 from the floor. Turtle Mountain is 12 of 36 shooting from the floor, 18 turnovers compared to Carrington's 10. Free throw is up and it's in. Coots has 4. Substitution as Petra will check back in here for the Braves. Also for the Braves, you'll see Taryn Marion, the 5'6 senior, will come in as Mara Johnson returns to the game here for the Cardinals. Free throw attempt number 2 is good. Coots has 5. Full court pressure defense here by the Cardinals. Marion sees this one as they will give this now to Janot. Janot crossing the timeline at the right wing, goes behind the back on Wendell, takes the ball screen. Jumper from 16 is going to be off the iron, no. Rebound, though, by Marion. Bounce pass inside. This one goes Putra off the window, good for 2 from the right block. Putra's got 7, and the Braves are back within 1. Left-handed side for the Cardinals. Harper Coleman's going to drive on the baseline, gets walled off, double team, and going out of bounds here will be Harper. Turnover on the Cardinals. As Eden Hornet will check back in now for Carrington with 63 seconds left in the third quarter. Carrington looking to trap when they can on this full court pressure defense. Azure brings it in the front court as she does. Right-handed side. This one goes off the right shin of Marion, and a turnover here on the Braves. Cardinals will utilize it here. A chance for a 2-for-1 to end the quarter. Slowing it up now is Aniston Hornet at the right wing. Aniston gives it right-handed side. Johnson thought about a couple of three-point opportunities. Thought better of it. Now to Eden Hornet right to the key. 3! Splashes it in. Hornet in double digits. Full court pressure defense just comes right at us as we get it into media row. As it'll be 36-32 here with 33.5 seconds left to play in the third quarter. You go to write down something in your notepad on your score table, and that's when it comes and gets you, as this one gets kicked out of bounds here by the Cardinals with Mara Johnson. As the Braves will inbound it here, and with the kick, I'll talk about it with the game clock and shot clock, about a second in the differential. 33.5 to 32 seconds here. Full court pressure defense as we will reset. As you got Turtle Mountain with Putra. Putra sees this one out of bounds on the baseline, and we've seen this play a couple of times, and both times the Braves have thrown it away. They put 3 players at the top, roughly at center court. They put a big by themselves, and they're essentially saying, if you're going to go one-on-one, we're going to throw it to the big that's by themselves underneath the rim. But they just had a couple of errant passes and a turnover there again for Turtle Mountain. So now for the Cardinals, you're up by 4 with 19 seconds here in the third, as they will see with Mara Johnson. Johnson will handle this one to the right-handed side to Wendell. Wendell will utilize it back to Johnson. Johnson sees a double, crossing over right to left. Johnson drive kick. Eden Hornet extra pass to the baseline. 3 on the way. Got it! Wendell hits it from the right baseline. And that's how we'll end the third quarter of play. A couple of big threes by Eden Hornet and Isabel Wendell to end the third quarter. It's Carrington 39, Turtle Mountain 32 on YourLiveEvent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. For the Carrington Cardinals, it's a little 6-0 run to finish the last 70 seconds of the third quarter with back-to-back threes, as Johnson will see it on the right wing and a reach and foul here as Marion will pick up the foul. That's going to be her first, team's first of the fourth quarter. Cardinals with Wendell to inbound the basketball. Eden Hornet trying to get open, does from the right wing, gives it back to Wendell on the handoff. Wendell inside the paint, gets double now to Johnson. Johnson right of the key. Braves man pressure defense. 7:45 here in the fourth quarter. On the sweep now, Eden Hornet with it up top. We'll give it to left and inside to Wendell. Back inside to Eden Hornet here. Ball gets deflected, and this one will be a foul then on the Trappist. Coleman and Hornet were there respectively, and we'll see who they call it on as this one will come across here on the Cardinals. Hornet will pick up her third, team's first of the fourth quarter. Cardinals 5 of 17 shooting in the third with 2 made threes, while for Turtle Mountain they went 3 of 13 from the third with 1 made three. This one will go into the backcourt, 39-32. Reminder, Turtle Mountain scored 20 points in that first quarter, played, been limited to 12 cents. Ball gets skipped left and inside. Turtle Mountain will see it now with Janot coming through the screen, right-handed side to Azure. Azure at the right wing. Azure's going to drive on the interior. Right-handed scoop shot, no. Rebound on the interior for the Cardinals, and we'll see a foul after the loose ball here for Mara Johnson, and the foul will be assessed on the Braves. Azure will pick up the foul. That'll be her third, team second, as the Cardinals will contend with now a little full court 2-2-1 pressure defense by the Braves. Cardinals able to break it. Coleman's going to drive. Coleman drive to the top of the key. Wendell extra fine. Johnson sets her feet, fires, three-pointer short. Rebound will come here to the Braves. Braves will utilize it as they give it to Azure now. Azure with a 3-on-2 if she can hurry. Azure gives it to Putra. Good hands, though, defensively on the steal by Coots. And the foul here on the Braves. So Coots was able to get there, and a foul coming on Turtle Mountain. That'll be their third already of the quarter with 6:48 left to play here in the fourth, and Putra picks up her fourth. So you got 4 on Lattiser, 4 on Putra here with the bigs of Turtle Mountain. Cardinals break the press. Coleman at the left wing. Coleman's going to drive left-handed. Layup is up and in. Harper Coleman went right at Putra with those fouls. It's now 41-32. Cardinals with their biggest lead of the contest. Right wing to Janot. Janot will give it here to the right of the key, as Janot will utilize it now for the Braves. She's got 10 points and a couple of threes. Janot ball screen. Three-pointer on the way off the backboard. Long rebound here going to be won by Aniston Hornet. Hornet will see this now to Wendell. Wendell's going to push up the floor to Coleman. Coleman at the left wing, going to drive, bounce pass. This one comes off the window, off the mark, no good. Rebound for the Cardinals. This goes to Johnson, now to Wendell. Wendell will see this for Carrington, as they will with Isabel. Isabel's going to dribble it back out here for the Carrington Cardinals. Wendell, bounce pass on the inside. It's on the deck. Loose ball for a moment, then a reach and foul here on Carrington. Harper Coleman's going to get called for the foul. Her first, the team's second of the fourth quarter with 5:53 left to play here in this fourth quarter as Zara returns. While checking out for Carrington will be Harper Coleman. Wendell trying to get the steal, and this one goes into media roll as the basketball goes across the way. As we'll see the inbounds here for the Braves, is this one will go with Pattenrod. Pattenrod will see it at the right wing. Madison on the right wing now for the Braves. Gives it back up top to Janot. There's a turnover. Wendell will come away with it. Wendell with the basketball. Bounce pass across the paint. This one's going to be on the deck, and it'll be last touch here off Turtle Mountain. 5:36 here in the quarter. Right now here, Turtle Mountain just looking for something to go their way in terms of this particular juncture, as Carrington again scores 15 points in the quarter compared to the 8 here for Turtle Mountain. 2 points in the quarter so far here for the Carrington Cardinals. Johnson will see this left wing. Azure applying a lot of pressure. Defense drive kick to the baseline. Hornet open, three-pointer short. Hornet, though, follows their own shot for Eden. Then there's a foul here on Turtle Mountain. Turtle Mountain will pick up the foul. That'll be their fourth of the contest. And the foul will be on Zar. She will foul out. 4 points here for Irely in this game. Irely on 2 of 6 shooting from the floor. 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Will foul out, though, here for Zar. Ball goes to the baseline now for the Cardinals on this weave. Here to Wendell. Wendell at the right wing gets walled off with the basketball here for the Cardinals. Right to left. Good hedge here by Putra, able to show. Wendell left-handed side now to Hornet. That's Aniston. Aniston driving kick. This one will be in the hands of Coots. Back up top as they reverse it to the baseline. Eden Hornet jumper is up and in. Hornets got 14. That's Eden. And for the first time this afternoon, the Cardinals lead it by double digits. Under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. It's going out of bounds. Turtle Mountain will see this with Janot, and it will be Carrington basketball. As Turtle Mountain, we'll see a turnover here with 23 on the contest as this one goes to Wendell, and there's a reach and foul with Janot. Janot will pick up the foul, her third, and it's bonus free throws from here on out now for Carrington as they will send Isabel Wendell to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Cardinals. Wendell in this game, 2 of 4 shooting from the floor. She's shot all of her attempts from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Wendell misses the first. Hornet 14 points, 2 threes, 2 rebounds, a couple of steals. Free throw attempts here for the Cardinals is up and in. So Wendell goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. It's 44-32. As you'll see, Azure with the basketball gives this one now. Left-handed side, Putra, bounce pass across the paint. Looking for it there was Lattiser. Turnover as the Cardinals will come away with it. Mara Johnson crossing the timeline now for Carrington. And Carrington can be very selective with a double-digit lead. Just run their offense, and if you don't get anything, you can milk 30 seconds off the clock each possession. Ball on the baseline now for the Cardinals, and that one is just wasn't able to see it as Johnson's pass was intended for Eden Hornet. Eden went to cut. Aniston Hornet then had to try to save it. Turnover here for the Cardinals, but it does allow them to reset. Turtle Mountain with just 12 points since the first quarter. 20 minutes of 12 points so far here for Turtle Mountain as it's been hard to find a lot of offense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 field goals with one of those being a 3. Give credit to where credit's due. Carrington like this. Wendell gets a hand on a ball. They give it up top now to Azure. Azure from deep three-pointer. That'll go short. Rebound comes down to Carrington. Cardinals with a good board there by Aniston. Hornet up and over on the floor to Eden. It's a 2-on-2. Eden gives it now to Johnson, and Andy Broughton, the head coach of the Cardinals, calls out the offense here for Carrington. Wendell will handle the basketball left-handed side as this one works to left wing. That'll go now to Aniston Hornet. Hornet will handle the ring with it now to Johnson. Johnson rips it through. Turtle Mountain's going to come out and double and will get a reach and foul before you get anything of the jump variety. And this one will be a foul assessed here on Turtle Mountain. Azure's going to pick up her 4th. Free throws upcoming here for Mara Johnson. Johnson to the free throw line here to shoot 2. 3 of 4 from the stripe in the tournament coming into today. Johnson, this is her 3rd of today, is now 2 of 3 from the stripe. As Harper Coleman will check back in with 3:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Make sure you stay tuned with us on our post-game show. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, our Agassi Precision Egg Play of the Contest. Try to hear from a victorious, at this point, Cardinal, if they can hold this one on. As Johnson hits the second, it's now 45-32. As the Cardinal lead continues just to slowly grow. Putra thought about a 3, thought better of it, lost it, regained possession. Shot is up off the mark, no good from the right block. Eden Hornet with it now to Wendell. Wendell looking for a teammate, finds one here as Wendell will slow it up for Carrington. Wendell top of the key, crossing over right to left as the Braves reset on the man pressure defense. Flex offense here for the Cardinals. Eden Hornet lost it. Putra gets the steal. Putra will see it now here for the Braves as she handles this one off to Azure. Azure in the front court on blocking foul on Hornet. Eden's going to pick up her 4th. And now for the Carrington Cardinals, it'll be their 3rd as you'll see Carrington here with Aniston Hornet checking in the game for the aforementioned Eden. If you're Turtle Mountain, the time is now. They try to front and get the ball to Lattiser, but just a bad pass as they were fronting for the Cardinals, and they get the steal. 3 times they've tried that inbound play, and all 3 times have been a turnover here this afternoon. Wendell right wing, this one on the give and go. Wendell gets it, nice pass to Aniston across the paint off the window for 2. Aniston Hornet from 7 feet from the left side makes it a 47-32 contest. The least amount of points for Turtle Mountain in a game this season was in the Region 3 championship, where Rugby held them to 38 points in the Region 3 title. And Turtle Mountain right now with head coach David Gorno is just going to clear the bench with 2:34 left to play. Get a fresh new 5 into the contest. Harris Reed with Ashlyn LaRock, the 5'10 junior, will check in with Tania Davis, the 5'8 junior guard as well, with Taryn Marion, the 5'6 senior. Marion will see this here at the right of the key, as she does between the circles. Ball screen coming, illegal screen not being set, and that'll be a foul on the rock. Carrington will also make a substitution, as Pasternak will check into the contest here for the Cardinals. As getting subbed out here will be Wendell with 2:27 left in the fourth quarter. Cardinals will see this with Aniston Hornet, as Carrington with this result would improve to 19-7 on the season. Turtle Mountain would drop to 19-8. Aniston Hornet right-handed side as they give it to the baseline now to Pasternak. Pasternak here at the right wing, free throw line extended, coming through that stagger is Coleman, top of the key. Reverse it left wing now to Aniston. Hornet with the basketball, back to the right-handed side to Coots as they leave it to the right wing to Johnson. Johnson with the basketball here, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson drive, kick, left wing, Pasternak, three, splash it in. Kennedy Pasternak, and Andy Broughton's got a smile from ear to ear. The senior gets the triple for the Cardinals. Left-handed side goes LaRock. LaRock with it to the left wing now to Marion. Marion will handle the basketball, takes a screen to the left of the key. 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Carrington leads it by 18, and there's a steal. Mara Johnson comes away with it as the Cardinals will bring it to the front court, as Andy Broughton wants a substitution timeout here for the Cardinals. Cardinal faithful on their feet here inside the Mounted State Dome, as Josie Coleman will come into the game. Also, Sienna Tapa, 5'9 junior. Also coming in will be Sophie Spitzer, a 5'11 sophomore. Bryn Smith able to return as well here for the Carrington Cardinals. As Carrington will inbound the basketball, Smith will see it here, as she does with under 90 seconds to play. With this result, Carrington will make their way to the consolation championship for fifth place tomorrow morning at 11:45. They'll play the winner of our next game of either Rugby or Dickinson Trinity tomorrow morning. Ball goes right-handed side, back up top between the rings here for the Cardinals. They will take it to the right wing. That's to Bryn Smith. Uses up that dribble. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ball's on the floor, and the arrow will favor Turtle Mountain. For Turtle Mountain, it has been a tough performance after the first quarter. Again, 8 of 14 from the first quarter from the floor. They made 5 shots since, and they have shot 5 of 28 for the rest of the game here for the Turtle Mountain Braves. Ball will go left wing, Marion. Marion will see this one. Ball gets deflected for a moment. Brains will handle it here now to Davis. Tania Davis here, the 5'8 junior, gives it right-handed side to Marion. Marion with the basketball to the left wing to Bercier. She'll launch three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it will be Turtle Mountain that'll handle the basketball. This will be the least amount of points this season that Turtle Mountain has also scored. And they needed to get to 38 to match that, and they turned the ball over as the Cardinals will handle it up the floor. As they do, that'll go to Pasternak. Pasternak off the window in transition for 2. Sienna Tulp throws it up the floor. Pasternak gets the 2 points, 52-32, and the Cardinals with a very workmanlike of a game, trailing it by double digits early on in the first quarter. They were down 20-8. They hit a free throw and a 3. It was 20-4 late in about the last 20 seconds of the first quarter. What was a 20-4 deficit will be a 20-point, possibly 18-19 now win, as we see the foul here on the Carrington Cardinals, as Josie Coleman picks the foul, her first. Team's fifth, 2 free throws upcoming here for Turtle Mountain, as Harris Reed hits the free throw line, and she will go short. Third free throw attempt of the game here for Turtle Mountain, as they will shoot their 4th now upcoming. As this one will be up, and it's in. Make it now 33 points. All that the Cardinals have to do is bring it to the front court, and they will advance to tomorrow's Consolation Championship with a final result, as they will give it to the right wing now, as this one gives it back up top. As the Cardinals will dribble this one out with Tope. Tope with 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do it here today on YourLiveEvent.com. The Carrington Cardinals are making their way into the Consolation Championship with a 52-33 win over Turtle Mountain. 13 points in the quarter, make that 12 points in the quarter for Carrington to Turtle Mountain's 1. The Braves scored 9 points in the second half compared to the 27 for the Carrington Cardinals. Post-game show is coming up next. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, or Enbridge Energy Player, Agassi Precision Egg. Play the contest, that and more is still to come here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale Thursday, March 20th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 75 Red Angus bulls plus 20 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics, producing Red Angus genetics with sustainability for over 26 years. Request a catalog today. Call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189 or Facebook Jacobson Red Angus. The sale broadcast on DV Auction. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale Thursday, March 20th, 1 p.m.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planter.com.
As we come back here on our post-game show, again, your final here today in high school basketball, 52-33 as we take a look at some of the final numbers. But first, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That, again, is Enbridge.com. Izzy Wendell is our Player of the Game here for the Carrington Cardinals as they were able to pick up the 52-33 victory here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That, again, is Enbridge.com. Again, Isabel Wendell, 27 minutes on the game action, 8 points, able to get 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals as she joins us now courtside here on YourLiveEvent.com. First things first, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Sounds great. Hey, talk about the performance. You're down 20-4 at one point in the first quarter. You get a free throw, you hit a 3, you get it back within 12. How big was just those last 30 seconds of the first quarter to just kind of take a breath and get into that second quarter?
Yeah, I think hitting a couple shots at the end really helped shift momentum. I just really appreciate my teammates, how they never get down on ourselves. Even if we were down by so many points, we still have the confidence to come back and pull out a win.
What did this particular win mean? I know yesterday was tough, but 24 hours from now to come back, have a chance to now leave Minot with 2 wins. What does this particular win mean this season with this group of girls?
Yeah, I'm just so grateful that we have this opportunity to compete at state. I mean, this group of seniors, it's our first trip to a state tournament, and we knew we'd had 3 games no matter what, so even though the first loss was kind of disappointing, we knew we wanted to come out and win as many games as we can while we have the chance to.
Isabel Wendell joined us. How about this stat line? Turner Mountain scores 20 points in the first quarter. You hold them to 13 for the rest of the game. What was working defensively here?
Yeah, I think just staying aggressive, and we started double teaming the ball a little bit, put a little bit more pressure on the ball, and I think we got a lot of steals on back end of the court as well as their end. So getting those tough D situations really helped us out, I think.
How about Harper Coleman? Efficient, 7 points, 3 of 4 shooting from the floor, gets 7 rebounds as well, a couple of steals. What did she do today here in this contest?
I love how Harper just plays so much bigger than she is. I just know that no matter who she's matched up against height-wise, she can take it to the hole aggressive and be really efficient.
A final question for me, Isabel. Obviously, you get to wait to see who your opponent is in rugby and Dickinson Trinity, but what's this experience been like for this group this season to get to Minot, get 3 games to go out on your own terms, so to speak? What has this kind of last week been like since, Carrington on Saturday to where you are here today?
Yeah, it's been just surreal. I mean, We've been used to some heartbreaking situations, and just having the chance to come out and play with not just my teammates but my friends. I love all these girls so much, and I'm just so happy that we get to be here playing together.
Isabel, congratulations on the win. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Again, Isabel Wendell with us here on the postgame show. We'll take a quick break and continue after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
As we come back here on our post-game show, joining us now is the head coach for the Carrington Cardinals. That is Andy Broughton. And Andy, similar question that I started with Isabel there just moments ago. At one point, you're down 20-4. You hit a three-pointer. You get a free throw late in the last 30 seconds of that first quarter. How much of that just kind of maybe, okay, we're here, we're in the game, we're back within 12. Not the start that you wanted, but kind of able to give yourself a little reassurance to say, okay, now it's time to push and go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and we just reinforced to the girls that, hey, the game's 4 quarters long, and we can use our depth and use our, quickness and just keep on plugging away, and got it tied by half, and it just was kind of a building process and just built that lead up.
The one thing that you liked best coming there from Isabel's performance, 27 minutes, 2 of 4 shooting from the floor, both from beyond the arc, gets 8 points, able to get those 7 assists, which were awfully large, 3 rebounds. Just kind of what you see from her performance today.
That's Isabel all year long. I mean, we call her the glue because she kind of just holds us together with the passing and the rebounding and guarding the All-Stater out there. She's probably guarded more All-Staters than anybody I know.
It was one of those games where you knew some size, as we talked about. You were able to find a way to consistently find the window. You out-rebound them by 1 in this one. But what did it ultimately take for 4 quarters just to be scrappy, to come away with the win and get to that consolation championship tomorrow?
Yeah, we did the full court press. We were hoping, our depth and our quickness could give them some issue, down the road if, we could wear them down a little bit. And, the big girls, it's a challenge to go up and down the court like that all the time. And, but we did enough to get her done, and those shots started to drop.
I know a lot of people are going to talk to you about an Eden, and rightfully so, because especially on those baseline out-of-bounds plays, I want to guard her. She can V-cut, she can back cut, she can do every kind of cut. But also the performance of Harper Coleman, just efficient stat line to this afternoon. 7.7 big rebounds when you needed a couple of steals in 22 minutes, just under 23 minutes. What did you see from Harper's performance today?
I tell you what, 7 rebounds from 5'7" girl. She's undersized. She usually has to guard 5'9", 5'10", sometimes 6 foot today. But Harper just does her job again. We got kids that believe in their roles, but they're not afraid to do their shooting also. So we got some fearless kids.
Final thing for me, Andy, what's the next couple hours like? You're going to wait to see, obviously, who your opponent is with rugby and Dickinson Trinity, but obviously have a chance to go out on your own terms, so to speak, tomorrow and try to win 2, as we talked about in the pregame show. Just what's the next 24 hours for you like and the coaching staff here?
Well, the parents put together another feed for us, so you eat, you play, you sleep, you repeat. But it's all good, and then we'll come back and watch the semis. There's 4 good teams, and we'll watch a little bit of the semis and get up in the morning, and it's 11:45 start time.
Yep.
So we've done some morning practices, so we'll have things rocking and rolling, and we've seen both these teams, and they both came to Carrington this year, so both real strong teams. There's no slouches here.
Hey, Andy, thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the pregame for the Consolation Championship.
Thanks. Appreciate your coverage.
That again, Andy Broughton, the head coach here for the Carrington Cardinals. We'll take one more break, take a look at the final numbers after this.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
As we continue here, those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That again is dhb.bank. Dakota Heritage Bank, share their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. As we take a look at some of the finals here in this one on yourliveevent.com for the final couple of moments in this particular contest as we go through our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the contest. Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. For feature precision, go to Agassiz Precision again in Hillsboro. Agassiz Precision in Hillsboro. Visit planterdoc.com. Our play of the game again is going to be Harper Coleman's performance. 7 points and 7 rebounds, as he heard from Andy Broughton with that 5-7 guard play. And then from there, our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Go to halsteadtelephone.com. And again, it's Halstead Telephone website here in this contest at halsteadtel.com. Halstead Telephone, it's on to connect at Halstead Telephone. And really, it's the defense, the connection for Carrington defensively. 13 points in the remainder of the contest in quarters 2, 3, and 4 is our Halstead Tel connection of the contest here in this one. For the Carrington Cardinals, led by the 14 of Eden Hornet, 9 points for Johnson, 7 and 7 for Coleman. 8 points here for Wendell, 5 on the way for Coots, 4 points here for Hornet. That is Aniston, 5 for Pazdernick. Turner Mountain led by the 10 points here for Janot. 7 points with a couple boards for Poitra. You also had 6 points for Azure, 4 points for Czar, 2 points for Lattiser, 3 points for Bercier, and 1 point on the way for Reed here for the Turtle Mountain Braves. Join us again coming up. We'll get to Turtle Mountain, and alongside Turtle Mountain will play for 7th tomorrow against the loser of our next game with Rugby and Dickinson Trendy. But join us later tonight here from mine at Devils Lake and Thompson. That'll be at 8:15. We'll have coverage of the championship on the consolation side at 11:45 tomorrow morning here on yourliveevent.com. Again, those are some of the final numbers here in this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast as this particular game able to finish off with some good performances on the way with our Enbridge Energy player of the game one more time being across with a really good performance with Isabel Wendell with 8 points and 3 rebounds in this one. Agassiz Precision Ag play the contest going to Harper Coleman. Then our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection coming to the defense of the Carrington Cardinals, holding the Turtle Mountain Braves to just 13 points in that second, third, and fourth quarter combined here in this contest. That is our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. I'm Chase Miller. Thank you so much for tuning into our coverage, and join us coming up here later tonight at 8:15 for the semis between Devils Lake and alongside the Thompson Tommies here on yourliveevent.com.